It is the 21st day of July, the year 2014. A very good evening. You're tuned in to the most comprehensive bulletin in the country. This is certainly Katie and Prime.
Absolutely. We're very glad you could join us this evening, and we hope you had a good weekend. Tonight, our sign language interpreter is William Silla. Well, let's begin. The Mombasa County Security Committee today held a crisis meeting following the spate of insecurity that has put residents on edge.
And today's meeting comes after last night's attack in Likoni, where 4 people were killed, including an 11-year-old boy.
Now, 10 other people are nursing injuries.
Area leaders are looking for answers on the attacks, even as questions abound over the government's strategy to fight insecurity.
Linda Ogutu begins our news coverage tonight with the details of that story.
Mdogo akapiga akarusha risasi. Bahati nzuri ilikuwa nimeweka kifaa yangu hivi nikajibana kwa ukuta, nikaweka mkono hivi, hiyo sasa ikapiga mkono.
Wakapiga hiyo ya pili hapa. Ndio ikaja ikapita na hapa.
The reflection of 2 men who are lucky to be alive, the latest victims of the spate of attacks that have hit the coastal region. At about 8 p.m. Sunday night, gunmen opened fire indiscriminately in the Soweto slum of Likoni in Mombasa. 4 people lost their lives as a result of that attack, including an 11-year-old boy. 10 others are nursing gunshot wounds in this latest attack that has many, including the leaders, asking whether this is a war that the government has lost.
Chifu hana gari wala pikipiki hana. Nitawapatia simu yangu.
Over 100 people have since lost their lives in the last 1 month alone in senseless killings orchestrated by unknown individuals. The most brutal and perhaps bloodiest being the Mpeketoni attack that saw over 60 people shot and hacked to death, with the head of state pointing an accusing finger at political networks in the region and negligence by security officers.
All concerned officers have been suspended and will be charged immediately in a court of law.
The sacking of the perceived negligent officers and the deployment of extra security forces has done little or nothing to stop the attacks and the killings. In fact, according to the residents, the attackers have remained bold and determined to carry out their motives. They say the men who shot people in Soweto walked away on foot after their killing spree. It is this confidence and the continued attacks that have residents on edge. They don't think the government is in control of security in the region. To them, the security situation in the coast may have spiraled out of control.
Deputy President alituambia masaa 48 hao wakora wawe wameshikwa wakiwa hai ama wamekufa. Hatujasikia mtu ameshikwa.
It is such frustrations that have Kenyans wondering if indeed there is a strategy in place. We have seen the deployment of extra security forces on the ground. We have seen the arrest of a governor. Kenya Defense Forces say they have bombed Boni Forest, the alleged hideout of the attackers. We have seen ultimatums, and of course, as we speak, there is a curfew by the Inspector General of Police. It's not working. The latest attack was yesterday night. So question is, does the government have a strategy in place, or is it simply grappling in the dark, hoping that maybe, just maybe, it will hit the right button? Security expert Mwenda Mjiwe says the several initiatives like curfew may not work in this scenario, and the government is running out of time and Kenyans are running out of patience.
Government is certainly overwhelmed, and I think this matter, every day that there is a new attack, it's embarrassing to government.
The government, he says, needs an all-inclusive approach to end the killings.
They seem to be in the community, and this is how SLDF was stopped. They got the communities to stop the fear and to start talking and tell on these people where they are, who they are, what they do, how they do it.
But perhaps the biggest responsibility lies with the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Kenya.
The President should remember that when we saw him in, we gave him the Constitution, the Bible, and a sword. He needs the sword to protect Kenyans. His Excellency and his team need to be felt on the ground.
It's been a month since the killings began at the coastal region, and many hope that the government can finally put its finger on the right knob that will see perpetrators of these killings face justice and restore peace in the region once and for all. Linda Ogutu, KTN Prime.